Hello, my name is Ashley Fontenot, and I'm here with Emily Marilyn. We are from Sugar Kiss Magazine. This is our first podcast. It's called Sex on the Beach, and this is a podcast where we sit and we drink sex on the beach and talk for a while, candidly, and possibly make some bad decisions. Who knows? At some point we may have another host come to talk with us or a guest to talk with us.
And we are very good at making bad decisions. Right, Ashley?
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that intro song that was made by René de la Muerte from a band from Montreal, Canada called The Brains. And he made that song for that flamingo video that we shot. We shot a flamingo photo set in Ashley's home studio. And let's just jump right in and talk about that photo shoot specifically.
That photo shoot was fun. I had the idea of doing a flamingo thing specifically for the hot pink being related to the branding because our Sugar Kiss is kind of a hot pink theme. So I wanted to do the flamingo, and then of course I had to get the biggest flamingo I could find, so I found a 7-foot tall flamingo and then proceeded to blow it up in my home studio. Well, we also needed a forest. Luckily, the tree trimmers were cutting down our trees that day. So I went out there and they looked at me funny when I asked them if I could have the trees. And they said, okay. And then I dragged them into the house and I made a forest in our home studio.
With that like teal blue sequence backdrop that you used on the ground to make it look like the flamingo was actually floating in sparkling water.
Yeah, I used a sequin backdrop and some like glitter teal tulle, like that mesh material, to make it look like water. So we had the flamingo on water. I actually had a couple of people say that it looked like it was outside, like they thought it was shot outside, and I was like, no, we brought the outside inside.
Well, that was our initial vision was we were going to do a beach shoot. Remember?
Right.
And the weather was unpredictable. It was rainy, it was cold.
It was cold and super windy that day, and I was just like, that's going to be a nightmare for hair. And so I don't want to Photoshop that shit.
Exactly. And me personally, I prefer studio lighting. Like, I love your lighting. I'm not really so much of like a natural light type of model.
Right.
So I always prefer to have like the beauty dish and lights that, give that real high fashion look.
Right.
So I was happy to have it done in the home studio. So it was just really cool how it all came together, because it was first just an idea of like, hey, let's do like a beach shoot. And this was actually the flamingo photo shoot was for a promotion for us to go to Viva Las Vegas.
That was our promotion. I remember. And
then it turned into just this like epic image.
Yeah,
the flamingo.
We just used it for promotion, and and if we're just still using it, we use it on magnets. It's on the back of Emily Marilyn's phone right now.
It is. It's on my hard drive in my apartment, my computer hard drive that hosts all of my content. Yeah. I have that picture on there.
So for our Kickstarter people, they're actually going to get that magnet with her riding the pink flamingo.
And let me tell you something. Posing on an inflatable floaty is actually not the easiest thing in the world.
The floaty moves and it's really unpredictable.
It's extremely unpredictable. And then I have to like pose on it as if it's effortless and be natural at the same time.
Yeah, be natural, Emily.
So, and then once I was on it, because I consider myself, pretty good at poses and modeling in general. But once I got on it, I didn't really know how to work the flamingo that well. We had to look up photos. We followed hashtags of girls on floaties.
Right, to see like how natural they looked. Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck did they do that?
Especially in like 6-inch stiletto heels and a latex outfit.
Right.
But that was a really great shoot.
That was a great shoot. It worked out fine, and then I had to tell Emily one day. I was like, my forest is starting to die. Come over so we can shoot this.
Yeah, it
took a couple of days for.
I had to like kind of reschedule our shoot, and then she had texted me the forest in the studio. The leaves are literally dying. We have to shoot it today. So I was like, okay, I'm on my way right now.
It worked out good.
It worked out good because personally, I love kind of this spontaneity, is that a word?
Spontaneity.
Yeah. I love to be spontaneous. That's like a little fact about me and my photo shoots. I never really plan things out. I just kind of show up and I like survey the location, and then I pull out wardrobe that I've brought and just kind of like make things happen. I live off of the thrill of just being spontaneous.
I like that too, that you're like
Yeah.
that, because that's how I shoot too. Like I mean, I'll come up with ideas and I'll have like certain like colors in mind or props in mind, and then when you get here, I just kind of like look at what you have to wear and then see how it feels and then go from there. Sometimes we use my plan, and other times we just say fuck it and we do something completely different.
And
which
I
is,
always have good clothes.
and she always has good clothes. But it always works out because we're flexible. Like we've always worked that way, you know.
That's another thing to bring up. How and when did we meet? We met. Do you remember?
It was the first pictures I have of you that I shot in 2002.
And that was at your apartment in West LA.
Yes, in Culver City.
We did some corset photos. I brought over my dark garden corsets. I remember we shot my purple, the purple lace corset.
Yeah.
And I had a brown hair phase at that time.
You did.
And I was wearing like the pony clip. And those photos were beautiful. They were beautiful. Even like right from the beginning, we did great work together.
We did. And I was new at the time, you know. I was still like kind of figuring things out. Well, hell, I'm still figuring things out, but you know, that's what you do. You grow. You grow.
Yeah. You learn and you grow. And I met you. I actually contacted She was through a referral from another photographer who said I wasn't his style necessarily, but he said, look, my friend Ashley, she shoots fetish models, so you should contact her. And after we did our first shoot together, we started working together just nonstop.
Yeah.
And some of my best work has been done with you.
Yeah.
So especially during my like Jessica Rabbit red phase, the red hair phase, we did some really, really beautiful photos. And when you had that the photo studio on Melrose,
I did. Yeah,
we did some great work during that era.
We did, and that was such a good time. It was such a fun time because I was shooting nonstop at that point.
And that was when the website industry, the internet, it was flourishing. It was new. It was exciting. This was before the whole social media trend hit. So this was when we were making loads of money off of our paid sites.
Remember
it was
sites?
Very exciting. Yeah. I still have my pay site.
She still does.
EmilyMarilyn.com. Lots of Ashley's photos are still on there. Yep. And all of our new photos are coming up. And
we've been shooting a lot
lately. And I'm in the middle of revamping my website actually. So a whole new website design will be coming up.
It looks pretty good
soon.
so far.
Hey, I love it when I work on like a new design and I upload it and everything loads properly.
Right?
It's the most amazing feeling.
Love it when shit works out.
So that's a fact about me that a lot of you might not know is I actually am the one who designs my own website.
She does. She's
always have done that. Yes, because I learned many moons ago that I need to be the one in control of my website and doing the design and doing the updates. I do all the editing. I do everything because if I rely on someone else, it's not going to be done to my liking or it won't be done, when I want. So,
or at all.
Yeah, or at all. So I decided to just take things, in my own hands and do it myself. So let's talk about our Kickstarter. Our Kickstarter was very successful for Sugared Kiss. And thank you so much to everyone who contributed to our Kickstarter.
Amazing.
It allowed us, once we hit our goal, it allowed us to get the app design.
Right.
Which we've submitted, so our app will be available soon. And it also allowed us to do some photo shoots on location, including our very first cover model photo shoot, which was Sabina Kelley.
Yay!
Now, you guys, Sabina Kelley, she's a very famous pinup model. She was also on she was the host of a tattoo
Inked?
Inked. Tattoo TV show called Inked. And something that I'm just like totally blown, like just blows me away. She has shot with one of my most favorite photographers. I mean, this is like coming from the high fashion, like fashion magazine. scene. She's shot with David LaChapelle.
Oh, love him.
She's done some amazing work with him. So she has an incredible credits from her portfolio. So I was just over the moon that we had her on our very first cover.
Right. She used to also be a showgirl. So
she was a showgirl
yeah,
in Vegas.
So
was it Bally's?
I think so, yeah. So she's got that dancer's body. It's like,
And I got to shoot with her. And speaking of her dancer body, she just immediately went right into that pose. Like the leg out, the back arched, like the smile. She's like, you can tell that she's just trying to be a professional dancer.
Yeah, and just a professional all around. And a nice lady. I should call her a lady.
Wonderful.
She's not a lady. She's a girl. She's a girl.
Wonderful.
We're girls.
Wonderful. We're girls, yeah. But she was just wonderful. Like that was really an amazing experience to shoot with Sabina. I have only met Sabina a few times. We've talked about shooting and everything. And then once Ashley had the idea to do Sugared Kiss, I was like, oh my God, let's see if Sabina can do the photo shoot. And she was just a star. We did an amazing shoot. And we were trying to think of like, where can we do this photo shoot? Like, we're just like thinking, because it's Ashley and I, we're the ones who are thinking of like, we're the ones who book the location. So we're always on the lookout for where to shoot. And I remember thinking, I've heard of this place. I have never been there, but it's this like, it's a little like condo with themed rooms, and Claire, Playboy Playmate of the Year.
For 2007, I think.
Claire.
I think.
And she was also in that pinup show in Vegas.
She was.
She opened her own little, what does she call it? Claire B&B.
Claire B&B.
Claire
It's
B&B.
an Airbnb, but it's Claire
B&B. So, and I remember that she had a themed room. So we booked the pinup suite.
It was, it's called the Vintage Glitz and Glam Room. And it has pink glitter walls, you guys.
It's so pinup, and it was so amazing.
It was. There's gold curtains, and it was so fun to stay in. And the bathroom was huge with floral prints and
floral wallpaper in the bathroom, which was beautiful.
Tub was hot pink.
Ashley was all about the jacuzzi tub.
I sure was.
And it fit Sabina's like aesthetics perfectly.
It did. It really did.
Yeah, that was an amazing photo shoot, and it was pretty interesting while you and I were driving around during the daytime in the area.
Oh, there was so much amusement.
Just Vegas in general, it's like Vegas is just such a interesting town,
So
it's
the Claire,
just interesting.
The Claire B&B is it's a very super cool place, and it has very magical themed rooms. It is safe, and there is like
gated.
It's
gated totally
parking.
gated.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna get in there.
No, but the surrounding area, a little dodgy. A little bit.
Yeah, we were driving around. I have to get my morning Starbucks, and we're driving around and just kind of looking at everyone on the streets, and it's like, people talking, like screaming at themselves,
and people in cars, and people unloading their cars. We made a couple of laps at one point,
just to take looky-loos,
because we wanted to see what was happening.
And then that person in the wheelchair that was like crossing the intersection diagonally really slowly.
Yeah, that was weird, in his socks. Yeah, there's that.
So we just never, we like the thrill of just not really knowing, what we're gonna get ourselves into.
Yeah. But the Claire B&B, it's beautiful. Just the area, little sketchy,
yeah, but exciting.
Yeah,
exciting at all at the same time.
Yeah, that was Emily's idea to shoot there, actually, because I was grasping at straws, and then Emily's like, "Oh, there's Claire B&B," and I was like, "What? This place exists?"
Well, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but but the place you wanted to shoot at, I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally grasping at straws. I was like, I don't know. Vegas. I'm like,
I love, like, that's one of my things that I love to do is seeking out locations. Like, for anyone who's my subscriber to my website, you'll notice that a lot of my photo sets, they're very different locations. Like, I don't tend to shoot at the same place over and over, and it's because I like source out these locations. I rent out Airbnbs. I rent out really nice hotels. I go on like 3 or 4 day trips somewhere. And I even go to like different countries. Like I've shot in Tahiti, I've shot in all over Europe, I've shot in Japan, I've shot in Australia. Like I will legitimately like make a trip just to go do a photo shoot and make a whole trip out of it.
Yeah.
Make like a little like vacation, but then there's also like a photo shoot involved. So that's just been like one of my little like thrills of doing this whole like fetish modeling thing, because I think it's like so easy to just like look at a photo set and just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice, that's sexy, like that gets me off. But think about like everything that goes in behind the scenes. Like I have to find that location, I have to get the wardrobe, I have to like get to the location and then do the photo shoot and then do the editing. After. There's just a lot that goes on behind
it.
Yeah.
It's not just the picture, there's so much work that goes into it.
There's so much, but it's so fun. Like,
it's
so fun. I love, like, this is like the best, like this is perfect. I can't even think of like another job for me.
Yeah.
Well, besides stripping, but that's
well,
I guess I'm stripping in my photos, so it's like
that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures of hot girls.
Exactly. Hey, that's a good question. So how did you start to do photography with girls?
That's okay. So it was maybe like 2000, and I was working at Tower Records, and one of the guys I worked with wanted to do like an adult calendar. This is way back, like literally like,
well, when Tower Records was around. Like, that's where all my magazines were when the magazines were popular.
Yeah, we had all those magazines. He wanted to do a calendar, and then something had happened where he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. And then I was at the point where I was like, this is actually interesting. I had never owned a computer. I had never owned a camera. None of that. So I was just like, well, okay, I'm going to get a computer and I'm going to start learning how to shoot. And I did. And then I got some girls. I mean, granted, they were like from the internet, and they were like, college students that didn't want to show their face. I mean, I had like very humble beginnings, and then I did some single model sites. And then slowly I found the girls that I wanted to work with. I wanted to work with like beautiful glamour girls like Emily. And I wanted to like have creative lighting, and I wanted to be, what I called artistic. I wanted to not do what other people were doing. I wanted to do it my way, and I did. And I just taught myself.
Speaking of shooting like a bunch of girls, you shot with the best. You've shot with Aria Giovanni.
Oh my God, Aria was a dream. Juliana Jensen. Yanakova. Oh my God, she was a Czech girl who was just like literally perfect. Like her body was statuesque. Her tits were great. Her eyes were perfect. Her hair was perfect.
The beautiful blue.
Her skin was amazing. Like I worked with some great girls. There was a time where Amy Sweet, yes, she was a Penthouse Pet of the Year.
You put us together. That's
I
Ashley
did.
would always like pair me with like girls, so I would like show up and then like Amy Sweet's on set. I'm like, hey, this is amazing.
Yeah, I am actually really good at putting people in the same room together. They're gonna work well together. Like I just feel people's vibes, and I've never had anything go wrong when I put two girls together.
You put us, me and Dahlia together recently, and Dahlia is a new model. I mean, new to me. She's
new to me too.
Up and coming. She's been doing her rounds, shooting with all sorts of photographers.
Yeah, Chad Michael Ward.
She's doing amazing work, and Ashley, she decided to do like, hey, Emily, like, I'm gonna put you together with Dahlia. So I trusted her judgment, and we ended up doing an amazing photo shoot together.
Yeah, they're like yin and yang. They're perfect together.
And I love the contrast with her dark hair, and right now I'm blonde, so it has that like really nice contrast.
And you both have creamy skin.
Yeah, the light skin. And the one thing that's really important for me when I shoot with another girl, and this is, you can take this for granted really, but in the middle of the photo shoot, it's really important. I need to work with a girl who knows how to move.
Right.
And always some girls do not know how to move.
Because it's so obvious when one girl is on and the other girl's off.
Yes.
Like when you put them together in a picture and you look afterwards, it's like, holy fuck, it's like it's difficult.
And you need to know like the angles of your body and like how you look your best. And Dahlia was just like, she was so fluid.
She was.
She knew her movements. She knew her poses. Like, and she wasn't shy. And it's so cute because she was so into being submissive.
She was, yeah.
So into being submissive. So it was a really, really nice shoot. And we ended up getting some merch made, like the mirrors.
We made little compact beauty mirrors.
With that photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really great.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about our first party that was in Vegas.
At the dive bar.
At the dive bar. We had an amazing night that night. It was during Viva Las Vegas weekend.
Yep.
And I performed my leg tease burlesque act.
Yep.
And Masumi Max performed her bat show.
Oh, no, it's her swan show? Her swan show.
Well, she turned into a bat.
Yeah, she starts off as a swan, and then she turns into a bat.
Yeah. And then we had some bands play, including Bat.
Including Bat, yes.
Who's now signed to Cleopatra.
Woohoo.
And that was a really great turnout. That was our Kickstarter launch party.
Right. And we had, there were people from Viva there, so we had like friends in town who came to hang out with us and see us and support us. It was really nice, It was a super fun night. We had some like issues with sound because the sound guy was like, "I don't do music," and so I had to do music.
Ashley turned into the DJ to play Mia Misumi's songs, and it was so crazy. It was so hectic. But it was such a great night, and it was an amazing turnout.
I was sweating though.
Yeah, like because there was other things I was counting on Ashley to do for me, but she was stuck at the sound booth.
Literally just trapped. Yeah.
But thank goodness you were there to figure out our music.
Yeah, I did that. But Adelcy helped you out with your show. She did the didn't she? She did the stool.
Aida
did.
Oh,
okay.
No, Mistress Eva Cruz did.
Mistress Eva Cruz. Yes.
Who
just got new boobies.
Yes. I'm gonna check those tits out soon.
Yeah. I just saw a teaser of the titties.
And then for our the very first magazine release, we had another party. We're on a roll with these parties.
We are. We're going to keep them going.
And we're going to keep these parties going. So we had a burlesque troupe come out to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And what is their troupe called? That night was called like I
can't remember.
Oh.
It was Blonde Brunette Productions.
Yes.
And they had
it was like it was something like Bad Girls.
Yeah, it was a specific night that they have where they do like a cult movie theme with trivia, and then they do their performances and have go-go dancers.
And Kitten DeVille played performed, I mean. And she was like...
She DJ'd too.
And she DJ'd. Yeah. And she's a burlesque performer that I remember from when I was, way back when I was going to the clubs with my sister's ID. So I was very excited to be like doing a night with Kitten DeVille because she's an amazing performer.
And Audrey Deluxe put it on, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And it was a great night. Fantastic turnout. Really a truly like fantastic turnout. We had all sorts of people come out for that one.
Yeah, Vanessa Burgundy, she was in the show performing. She is also in the first issue of the magazine.
Yes.
She's the one who hooked us up.
Beautiful photos.
She's like, why don't you guys, join forces with us? And I was like, okay, sexy magazine, sexy girls. Yes, let's do this, please.
And then I witnessed a robbery after the show.
Yeah, and then we saw a robbery, which was not cool, but yet another adventure that,
Another adventure, But it was, anyways. You just never know what's going to happen. So we are in the middle of planning our next release party.
Right. We're going to do a release party for every magazine.
Every magazine.
So that's every other month that we'll be having a little party and a new magazine come out. Just because we had so much fun at the first one, why not?
Oh, hey, Ashley, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to tell me about that impromptu shoot that was with Kat at Punk Rock Bowling in Vegas.
Oh, my God. So there's a photo set in the Sugar Kiss magazine of Kat, and it's all Instax photos, those little, the little tiny photos that come out of an instant camera. So we did that. Backstory of that is I didn't know her like 4 hours before that happened.
You thought she was all like plain Jane and normal.
I thought she was Mistress Eva Cruz's friend, and we were hanging out. And they were on the same bowling team because it was punk rock bowling at the time in Vegas. So
But you didn't know she had that wild side.
I didn't know she had a wild side. She was gorgeous, but I thought I didn't see her tattoos. I thought she was just, like this really like nice, super hot girl. Well, we decided around midnight to get back to my hotel room at the Gold Nugget. And she's like, I have back seam tattoos, like the stockings on the back of her legs. And I said, ooh, can I see them? And she's like, well, I have to take my pants off. And I said, yes, please. And the next thing you know, she's complimenting me on my inflatable flamingo that was in the room. Not the big one. It was a medium-sized one that I had, just in case. Like you do when you're in Vegas.
Not the like floor-to-ceiling sized flamingo.
No, it was just a medium-sized one. So she complimented me on my flamingo, and the next thing you know, she's taking pictures. And she's riding it. She's got her pants off. She's lifting up her top to see her beautiful little titties. Oh, my God. I was in love. So we did a photo shoot, and it was funny because, like 4 hours before that, I had no idea who she was. So that was just like one of those amazing things that just happens by the seat of your pants. And we're actually going to shoot again soon. She lives in Burbank.
Actually, I get this like kind of vibe that you're like a voyeur.
I am.
Like a voyeur through the camera lens.
I am. I love to see things unfold. I love to be in like the mix when surprises happen.
You just never know where things are gonna go.
That's true.
And I've seen it because I've seen some crazy parties with Ashley.
Yeah, we both have a wild side that I think that is secret.
Yeah, the secret side. The secret side.
I mean, we're like people too, We get our rocks off somehow.
Well, because like for me, like I so you're the voyeur
mm-hmm.
and I'm the exhibitionist. And that's
right.
why we're like the perfect like combination.
That's right. Oh, look who's here.
Oh, look who just walked in. So in Ashley's home, we got kitty cats. And Isabel is the white kitty cat, and she is the official studio cat.
She loves studio time, and she loves models, and she loves posing. I'm not kidding, with the girls. And the girls love it.
Isabel, oh, hi, kitten. And she loves to get kitty cat hair all over my clothes.
She does, because she's white.
And there's so many outtakes of that I have to, like delete off my photo sets.
Because there's like a tail in the picture.
Or like a full-on cat.
Yeah, she's just walking through. And then sometimes she'll just sit down and hang out. She loves it.
So let's talk about future plans with Sugared Kiss. Right now we're working on the September issue.
Correct, yeah. We have some great photographers lined up and some models.
And we're always looking for submissions.
We are. Very talented people.
And what is the email for the submissions, Ashley?
It's sugaredkissmag@gmail.com.
Was Sugared Kiss at Gmail taken?
It was.
Oh, I wonder who has that.
I don't know.
So we are always looking for submissions, models, artists, photographers, clothing designers. If you have the high res photos, first we just take the low res photos for the submission.
Right. Just to see what we can use and
yes.
I set up like a layout. I get an idea of like what it's going to look like. And then after, depending on what I choose, if I choose anything, then I'll request high res images.
Let's talk about that Shannon Brooke layout. In the very first issue, that layout was absolutely amazing.
She is one of my favorite photographers, and since Emily and I were like females, and this is like basically everything is done by women and it's for women. I mean, we support like women, beautiful women. I also like really, really want to support like female photographers, and she is one of my favorites.
I never had the chance to work with her. I have admired Shannon Brooke's work for freaking years. She's amazing.
Her photographs are so technically on spot. Her lighting is just like so mature. It's amazing. Love it.
Let's talk about the back cover of the first issue.
You're on it.
I am on the back cover. So the back cover is a picture of me, and it's a red glitter. It's a red sequence backdrop, and it's me in one of my stage show costumes. I I used to tour around performing like burlesque leg tease and also fetish domination shows. I performed mainly in strip clubs and also fetish events, but mostly I was on the road for strip clubs, and I was like booked weekly, like every weekend I was at like in a new city at a new club. So I have all of these amazing costumes made. And there was this one costume that I never, ever, ever shot. And
That's
Ashley,
such a shame. It's so beautiful.
it's so amazing. It's this custom made corset that's totally rhinestoned out like crazy that Puimon made me.
Oh, it
He's
fits you
so
good.
good. And then Puimon also made me the red suit, and then Catherine Delish made me the robe. And then I have like rhinestone stockings and then rhinestone high heels, and it's this totally amazing costume that I performed in like 100 times, and I just never, for whatever reason, I never shot it. And it was a pretty much like impromptu shoot. And like Ashley's just like, hey,
yeah.
like it was, I don't know, how did that even come across that we shot that?
I don't know, because we shot a bunch of other stuff.
You know what it was? I remember it was for a promo shot for Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. So we wanted a promo shot of me to advertise that we were doing the Vegas show.
Right.
So it's just so funny how things work out, because I just kind of like we're just like decided that same day, let's do a shoot today. And I'm like, okay, let me get ready. And so I got ready real fast, and I come over and you had the red sequence up, and we do this photo shoot, and it turned out so amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing. And it was like just very exciting for me to have like one of my most favorite stage show costumes on the back cover of the very first issue of Sugared Kiss.
That's right. It was a surprise alternate cover.
Yes. And it came out so beautiful.
It did, yeah. It's, the red on red could be too much, but in this case, it was not.
I love it when it's too much. I love, like, that's like totally me. Like if it's like, if it's a little bit is good, then I'll take a lot.
Right.
Whatever it is, I will take a lot.
Right.
If a little bit of latex shine is good, I'm going to take a lot of latex shine.
That's
In
right.
fact, if a little bit of latex is good, I'm going to take a whole shitload of latex.
She will. And she'll get it all over my floor.
Yeah.
And we'll watch my cat skid
Yeah.
around.
That's another thing. Like I just like I'll come over to Ashley's like when we're doing our home studio, and when we're shooting here, and I just like throw my latex everywhere, and my latex shine gets everywhere, and then her cats like they slide everywhere.
Yeah, they can't get a grip, and they peel out.
Yeah.
It's really cute. I kind of feel bad, but then I don't.
Trials and tribulations of being a fetish model.
So we've had 2 Sex on the Beaches so far, and I can see Emily's nipple.
Oh my god, my nipple's totally sticking out right now.
It sure
the
is.
left one.
Uh-huh.
It's usually the right one that sticks out first.
We've started to make bad decisions already.
My tits are totally, my left tit is totally sticking out right now.
It is. And I
All
have
right,
a
you
cat
got
in
me
my
on
lap.
that. And she's got a pussy in her lap.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I love my pussy so much.
Because that's the thing, like, about being, like, a photographer, like, sexy photographer, and then, like, a sexy model. It's, like it just gets kind of wild behind the scenes. Like, it's just,
It does.
like, oh, my God. I just thought of something.
What?
When we shot up in the hills.
Oh, wait. With, wait. Which one?
The movie director.
Oh, my God.
Ashley has this talent of like finding really great locations too. Like how I was talking about where I find locations. Ashley also finds great locations.
I do, and it was I was a lot better at it when I was single.
For obvious reasons.
Because anyone I was seeing at the time, their house was up for grabs, because what dude is going to say no when I say, hey, can I bring my hot friend over and shoot her?
And we did that.
And we did that everywhere.
Yes.
I don't want to sound promiscuous, but we shot at a bunch of locations for free.
Yes.
That were amazing.
Like famous like movie directors, and like also that was a wild time.
Yeah, we were young and free right then. We just were going for it.
Just go for it. We're just going for it.
I know. I had so much fun.
That was a great shoot.
It was, and I wish I could find the pictures. The best part was about at the end when you hopped in the pool and went swimming in your latex.
Yes.
I don't think I got pictures of that.
No,
because
that was just like
the shoot was over. You just decided to go swimming, and I was just like,
we did some
holy
amazing photos that day. That was the day we shot with that red wig, the what I wore with the bangs,
yeah,
with the black patent excuse me, I'm burping my
Oops.
Sex on the Beach. The black patent leather corset on the bed with the gloves and the stockings.
Oh yeah, that bed was amazing.
That's one of my most like reposted photo sets.
Oh wow.
Is that set in the red wig and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did that beautiful set on the staircase.
Yeah.
And then the polka dot stockings
The
on
polka
the
dots-
chair.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just so into my clothes.
And
I could have bought like 5 houses by now, but instead I have this like amazing wardrobe.
she does.
I do.
It's like wall to wall, just like drawers of
Wardrobe.
just
Amazing
things.
wardrobe.
latex and stockings and lingerie. Oh my.
And corsets. Like
corsets.
we gotta start shooting my corsets more.
I know.
I know. I have a collection. I have an amazing collection of corsets, and I just don't shoot them as often as I should. Like we got to start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I think this was a great very first podcast.
I think so.
Many more to come. Next time we're gonna have another lady here to be our guest that we're gonna interview together.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so it's gonna be fun. This is just our first one to try it out. Emily and I have been on podcasts before. We've been on a Christian's podcast, Kirsten and Pascal. What is it called? It's this face made for radio, and it's on SoundCloud.
And then they end up at the Jumbo's Clown Room.
And then we go to Jumbo's Clown Room. You know, always just making good decisions left and right. Jumbo's Clown Room, by the way, is a strip joint in Hollywood.
But it's like one of those like hole in the wall strip joints.
It is. It's like a dive bar strip joint, so you know it's good. I used to see Lemmy there from Motorhead. So yeah, it was really good. But yeah, it's been great talking to you guys. This has been fun. We want to keep it short and sweet. We don't want to bore you too much or get too drunk on the air. So we're gonna say goodbye.
I'm only tipsy. I'm not drunk.
Well, we're gonna have one more drink before you go, so we'll see how far we can get. See if we can get that other titty out.
Right now it's only the left one. Although I'm wearing the shortest mini skirt on earth right now.
I know.
Luckily, I have panties on. Sometimes I don't wear panties.
She has really cute panties on.
Well, when I wear latex, I never wear panties. That's a little secret about me. I never wear panties with latex. Yep. So if you see me in latex, you know I never have panties on underneath that because you don't want a panty line. You don't want a panty line in latex.
Absolutely not.
It's very unflattering.
It is. It just pinches in all the wrong spots.
Oh, hey, that's something to talk about. Why I like to wear latex so much, especially in public. Because, I'm asking myself that question. Oh, Emily, I'll answer that. That's a very good question, Emily. Whee. I like to wear latex, especially like when I go out to a show. Like when there's like live music playing, like live bands. Because it's like the most sensual and like sexy material to like move around in and like dance in.
Right.
Because it just like hugs you and it's like rubbery and like slippery and like lubed up and it has like a great scent to it. And I'm like, I literally have like lube just to like have it like glided on and like shine it on the outside. And it's just a really sensual material.
It
I
is.
love it.
She's so happy right now just talking about it.
Talking about it, I get so excited. And it's also, well, besides the fact that I do model, but it's also a reason that I have to like stay in shape.
Right.
Because I wear latex.
And it hugs.
And it hugs every curve of your body.
Yep. There's no secrets when you have latex on.
No secrets. If it shows a panty line, it's going to show everything.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, it's just like, it's really the most like sensual. I mean, just think of like Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman.
Yeah.
I watched that again recently. And, you know, and it's just because I saw that when I was like 12. And that really like was one of those seeds that like grew in me. Like the whole like perversion of latex.
Right.
You know, it was really like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Have you seen it recently?
I haven't seen it recently. I should rewatch it because I'm sure it would have a different impact on me now.
Just her scenes of her being Catwoman or turning into Catwoman.
Right.
It's just, I mean, it's like, wow, yeah, that made me a pervert for sure. For
One
sure.
of the things that made you a pervert.
One of the other things were the kitchen gloves.
Right.
And fashion magazines.
Yeah.
Fashion magazines. Because
those wholesome things will get you every time.
No, because like in that time latex and fetish was coming out more and more. I mean, I know now it's like it's out there where, all over the place, but like we're talking about the 90s here.
Yeah.
And it was becoming more and more popular during that era. And I was kind of like tuning into these things, and I was like, oh my God, you could actually wear, like I could buy a rubber dress from a designer. This is amazing.
Right.
And I did. By the time I was 13, I was wearing latex. And then I would like take pictures of myself like with my little camera, and then I would dress my girlfriends up in my latex and PVC and vinyl, and I would do their makeup and I would take their pictures, and then I would have them take my pictures. I have like a photo album full of pictures of me and my girlfriend, so it's like so perfect that I turned out to be a fetish model.
Well, it's good that you kept with it. Otherwise, you would just be like, what, hard candy or something?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Hard candy?
Is that what that is?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's like nostalgic to think about like how you and I like both got into what we're doing nowadays, because now with like the way the internet is, you just like, because we grew up with, there was no internet.
Right.
Like we had to find influences from outside sources other than just like looking, like Googling on our phone.
Right. There was magazines
and
TV, cult movies, like
movies,
Faces of Death, shit like that.
Well, that made me a vegetarian. Faces of Death made me a vegetarian. But yeah, like just finding like inspiration through like different media. And
you really had to, like, it was an art form. Like you really had to look for the weird stuff. It was like almost like a mission.
And then music too, like because I was always into underground music, so I had to find like the different music choices. Like
that you had to go to a record store and literally buy an album, not knowing what's on it, and then listening to it, and then possibly becoming a fan. Like it was
like just liking the cover photo, the cover image.
Yeah, the cover image like always got me. I mean, that got me in my first Public Image Limited record. I bought the album cover because of how it looked. It was beautiful. It was just a blue and white stripe. I was like, fuck. Yeah. And then I went home and I was like, what is this amazing shit? I was living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Like, that's how I found it. I liked the album cover. It was vinyl. Like crazy. Like, you had to look for stuff, You had to
seek it out, literally.
Yeah, it's not just now where you're like saturated with shit. And even just being saturated with stuff, it's still hard. It makes it harder to find things now, I think. Like looking for like the real gems, the needle in the haystack sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much shit. Or not necessarily shit, too many things in general you're being bombarded.
I don't know, because I just have the algorithm on my Instagram, so all I see is the same thing over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that right now. It's kind of irritating. I'm like, why am I not seeing all the hot models?
I don't even see anything. I just see like parents with their kids.
Yeah.
It's like, where are the models? I don't see anything. I literally don't see anything. What is this algorithm thing about?
I don't know.
Why is that even happening?
The world may never know.
We will never know. I actually was watching like videos on YouTubers complaining about the algorithm thing recently.
I think everyone's complaining because it's just baffling. Like, why is there an algorithm? Why can't I see what my friends post?
And then literally, like I'll see like something from like 3 days ago. It's like, or like a show from like 5 days ago. I'm like, I would have gone, but I never saw it.
Yeah. It's like, because I'll notice something on like my Instagram feed, and then I'll be checking the Sugar Kiss Instagram feed, and then I'll see something that was posted 3 days ago as new content, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, because I tagged a bunch of people for the offbeat bar, and they didn't see it till 2 or 3 days later than the event.
What's up with that?
Anyways, a little social media rant.
Yeah, now we're just complaining.
But no, because I started the whole like pay site, and then like you link through other websites, you shoot with other girls and they post on their websites, and then this whole like social media thing comes up, and it's like, but now there's all this
it was straightforward,
censorship.
And
now it's censorship, banning, shadow banning.
Yeah.
So you just never know if your stuff's getting sued.
Yeah, they're censoring Emily's body, but they're not censoring Kim Kardashian and post complete naked.
Hey, if I post a picture of myself where you can see just like the shape of my body, not nude, I am actually very conservative on my posts on Instagram. But if you just see the shape of my body all the hashtags are banned. So it's basically shadow banned. Like nobody can see that post.
And
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, there's proof because then
she tested it out.
I tested it out. I posted a picture of a guy in a Speedo and I hashtagged Emily Marilyn. And sure enough, it shows up on the hashtag.
That's right.
What is that? Is that like
don't know.
discrimination?
I don't know.
Is my body vile? Is that what it is?
It's totally vile.
It's so vile that
It's
it just
so
like
vile.
it just makes you hard and like turned on. Huh?
That's right.
Well, not Ashley. Ashley just gets wet.
Yeah, I get wet. I don't get hard. I do not have a penis. Despite contrary belief, I do not have a penis. Just kidding.
No, you don't.
I'm a girl. Yeah. I'm a girl. Or a woman.
Yeah, we're in the woman phase now.
Yeah. But we're not growing up.
No, never. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Pretty much. Even Toys R Us is going away.
Oh my god, there's no Toys R Us anymore.
We're getting. Wow.
Is it Amazon? Now they just buy toys on Amazon. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I buy everything on Amazon, dude. All like
I buy
backdrops,
everything. I buy everything on Amazon.
I love it. I don't have to go into a store. I can get exactly what I want and I get a good price and it comes to my door free the next day or the same day. Seriously, kids? Amazon.
But don't buy cat food because I bought cat food on Amazon and my cat wouldn't eat it.
Yeah. Maybe we stay away from the perishable items.
Yeah, no perishable items.
Yeah. Well, should we cut it off there? Because now we're just talking about Amazon. we're an ad for Amazon.
I think we're gonna cut it off here. I wish you could see where we are. We have actually set up a cute little interview table for us. We got a pussycat on the floor lounging. Yeah. We got a little interview table in the little photo shoot area.
Little
it
candles.
Looks very cute. We got candles. It's very romantic.
It is. I wanted to make it very romantic for Emily.
Meow.
And then she showed me her titty. Oh, the other one's coming out now. Oh,
hey, now the other nipple's coming out.
Woohoo, now it's really a show.
Now it's party time.
Yeah, that's right.
They're very perky.
They are. They want to talk into the mic.
Now they're even more perky.
Right? All right, kids.
Well, thank you for listening. And we are going to sign off now. And thank you for supporting Sugar to Kiss. Our next issue will be coming out in September.
The beginning of September.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Check it out. It's
Yes.
available on magcloud.com in print. If you're like us and like to collect things, then go there. You can get the digital version there. You can also join our Patreon and get access to the magazine, plus entirely full photo sets of the pictures that you see in the magazine and a lot of shit from my archive. And obviously this podcast. And we're going to be doing live streams soon of our